So, this week is another indie game review by a relatively new developer. It's hitting the review stands in honor of being officially greenlit by Steam, and not greenlit in a YOLO army sort of way. Suppressed is a game that genuinely deserves to be here, even if it's not a perfect game. You can only play it right now off Steam through sites like GameJolt and such, and you probably should do that given that Valve has turned evil recently. So here's the sitch. You are a young boy trapped in the east sector of a nation in which the official language is English with a Lucinda Sands accent, and is currently undergoing a brutal political isolation under a totalitarian dictator. You are a boy of mixed race who, after a truly harrowing scene involving the local authorities, finds himself alone in the world with his only hope of survival being to defect to the West. The theme is vaguely futuristic and or metaphorical, judging by the amount of neon everywhere and the glowing circles people use to distinguish their race. Regardless, the visual assets in this 2D game are some of the best I have ever come across. Made all the more impressive by my understanding that the author, Zephyo, is a high school junior and is an artist that makes me cry jealous tears. At the very least, in terms of producing game assets, Zephyo is like an indie gaming Mozart. Speaking of Mozart, the music in this game is also fantastic and well suited to what's happening. The game comes alive during the graphic novel introduction, when the player confronts some of the roving death squads who look vaguely like Daft Punk if they lost their moral compass. But unfortunately the game stops being alive immediately after, and I realized what was about to happen to the gameplay. Yes, Suppress is somehow simultaneously a graphic novel involving the human heart, its darkness in a world gone mad, and borrows some of the elements from Super Mario 3D World. I can't help but feel the intended message is confused when the lost child running from the far-right Death Squad government can beat enemies by goober stomping them. Additionally, the game's strength of a striking visual art style and the strong score seems to be stretched thin by the fact that we have to spend long periods of time in an area with no music. The platforming pushes all the nice art assets out to the furthest extent possible, and the result is, even for a city where half the people have been executed, the game feels sparsely populated. This should by no means taken as an overall condemnation. Like I said from the very beginning, even as a somewhat flawed effort, the game belongs on Steam for its high points, and the suggested price tag on GameJolt being $3.99, the odds are that there's more than enough in here that you'll get your bang for your buck. I actually do see potential for greatness in this developer. This game is an indie darling, but if Zephyo keeps making work of this quality, 5 or 6 years down the line we might be referring to her in the same hushed tones as we do the producers of these other indie darlings. When that day comes, she won't need a useless Salieri like me telling her what to do. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Josh reviewing for GameX, bringing you the latest and greatest recommendations for your gaming library. If you liked this video, you should comment and subscribe, and I will see you soon for more of the spiciest content. Have yourself a fantastic day, and thank you for watching.
Is it not good?
It is miraculous.